Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of WhimsyCraft. This is a weird way to start, but I think I've been pranked. I think my base has definitely been pranked, and well, well, let me show you what we got going on here, because I just logged in, and this is literally what I'm looking at. Somebody has put mini blocks, it looks like, all over the base. Actually, the area that I'm standing in, I actually had to clean that out, but like it goes all the way back there. Like it looks like it's the whole chest room, and that's not everything. That's not everything. Like I cleared everything out of here, but it's everywhere. Like I keep finding it all over the base. Let's head outside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like right out here, I was gonna go in here because I needed to get some books and I need to do some trading, and no, I'm blocked off. I'm blocked off from my own villagers. How does how does this even happen? And why? Like I need answers. I've got questions that need to be answered. Also, down here, giant cube. Don't know why. Giant cube. Yeah, you saw that too. We'll get to that in a second. Over here, giant cube. No sign, no calling card, no chest, no nothing, just giant cube. And then over here, well, I can't even get to my horses. They're gonna starve to death. I mean, the one, he's already a skeleton. He'll probably be okay. But the other two are definitely gonna be hungry, and I've got to find a way to get in there. So I guess the only thing I've got to do is, well, I've got to clean this mess up. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it, but this is definitely a mess. I've got to get all this stuff put away as well. And oh, it's just so much. I just logged in. I'm thinking whoever left me that book right there, they probably are behind all of this. And I'm gonna do some research. We're gonna do some investigation. But for right now, I guess the only thing I can do is just clean this up. So let's spend the first bit of the episode cleaning the base. Okay, well, everything seems to be cleaned up now, and that looks so much better. I can finally access all my chests, and we can get to work today. Now, before we get started on the projects today, I want to just discuss real quick some of the things that have changed and will be changing here on the channel. And the first thing is, well, the video. If you notice, it should look correct now. I've been running my OBS at the wrong settings this entire time, and I just did not realize until the other day when I was editing, and I was like, how have I not realized this? So hopefully this will look a little bit better. It is stretched just a little bit. I can't do anything about it. I'm on an ultra wide, but you know what? I think it's a lot better than what it was. At least now you can see everything, the chat and everything that goes on. So yeah, a lot of it was being cut off, and I think I fixed that. Now, the second thing I wanted to discuss was the length of the videos that I've been putting out recently. For the next at least probably 2 to 3 videos, hopefully not more than that. They're going to be a little bit shorter than normal, and that's just because, well, there's some staffing issues, and now I'm having to work almost 70 hours a week, so I don't have as much time to record as I would like. And I would still much rather put out something that is good quality that you all will enjoy than trying to rush some big job that neither one of us are going to be happy with. So instead, what I'm going to do is probably put out a little bit shorter content, and we'll just try to get it really nice content, or at least we'll try to get some stuff done. So now let's get into what we're going to be working on today, and the first thing I think we need to jump into is probably that path we were working on, the heading over to spawn, because, well, we made a big hole, but we didn't make anything else. So let's go work on that, and then we'll see how far we get. Now, I do have some supplies ready for that area, but I do not have them here. I left them over at the farms, so unfortunately we're going to have to take a little trip over to the industrial district, but that is another thing that has changed, and well, let's head on over there, shall we? I am now using the teleportation system, and I approve 100%. It has gotten me out of some pretty big jams, and I'm telling you, I don't start my game anymore without it. It may be a little OP, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Also, if anybody's wondering how the iron farm has been doing since we've built it, well, I've got to get out here and kind of clean. Oh, look, we got an empty one there. Oh, but not for long. I've got to get in here and clean this out because we are getting close to overfilling, and that's just crazy. So yeah. Oh, that one looks like it's got a little bit in it. Nope. Yep. So like that row and then them top ones up there, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I've definitely got to get in here and clean some of that up. And this one also has been running pretty well. Not as efficient as I would like. We've definitely got to add a few layers, but still doing well. So now that we've got all of our materials, I just need to reset our teleporter and then we'll be ready to go. Alright, here we are back at that cave, and if you remember, we kind of used TNT to just kind of blow this thing out and create this big cave. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we left with, because honestly, I don't remember exactly what it looked like, because that was a couple episodes ago. But yeah, so we've got a pretty good hole already done here. We actually don't have to do much more here. This is good. But we do, I think, need to take out a little bit more of the roof just to give it a little bit more of a height. Because this is a little too low as you're coming into the cave. I kind of want it to start a little low, but then we're gonna gradually go up a little bit. And that's for two reasons. Number one, I think it'll make it look good. Number two, well, we're gonna be flying through here, and we don't want to make everybody die when they come through, right? We want them to be able to make it through. So yeah, you know, this is going to be a walking path, but it's also going to be a flying path. So we want to make sure that we have enough height up here in the roof to give us enough clearance to, well, make it through here without dying all the time. Maximum velocity can be dangerous. Now, as far as the design goes that I want to do down here, I want to do kind of like a bridge right here. And I kind of want to do like a rickety bridge. And then we're going to kind of do all of this here in a bunch of moss. We'll do a bunch of plant life. We'll maybe add some water here and there. I definitely want to make this a little bit more dangerous though. I don't want to just fill this part with water. I don't know. Maybe we'll put some traps down there or something. But yeah, there's got to be some sort of a danger where you don't want to fall down there. You definitely want to use the bridge. And if you want to fly, you want to make it. Because if you don't, I don't know, there could be some consequence down there. I haven't decided quite yet. All this up here is going to be just cave entrance. Again, think lush cave is kind of what I'm going for here. And then the path will continue on out this way, and we'll come on up, and then we'll meet up with those pillars there, so we'll kind of come around. One thing I don't know what I want to do about is this giant hole here. It's kind of a big hole. It's a big hole, and I don't really have anything planned for it. So I think what I might do is just kind of wrap the path around and just leave it. It'll be okay. And if we think of something later to do with it, or if you think of something in the chat that we could do with this, just put it down in there and let me know. For now, what we're going to work on today is trying to get this path connected to that last pillar there all the way down. And then we want to go into the cave. We want to get the cave finished up. And then we want to get the path leading out to spawn done. I don't think I'm going to do the bridge today. I think we're going to leave that for a much later episode. But as long as we can make it to the water, I think we'll be fine. That'll be quite a bit of work for today. And then we have a few other projects to do today, but not many because, as I said, this is going to kind of be more of a shorter content kind of videos for the next couple of videos. But I think what we need to do is just go ahead and get started in here. So what I'm going to do is what we always do. I'm going to go place some blocks, and I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, well, we've got a little path going here, and now what we really need to do is start working on the mouth of that cave right there, because what we need to do is open it up. It's kind of a little too small, a little too closed off, so I think what we're going to do is go in here, and I'm going to open up this roof a little bit. We'll shave this back a little, and then we'll kind of bring this in, and we'll make this a lush cave kind of look, and then we'll work on our bridge, and then we'll finish up that little piece over there. So let's go ahead and work on this entrance and see if we can't make this look a little bit better. got this cave entrance fixed up, and I think it looks really good. I also did some work around the edges here and kind of the path leading up. Let me show you everything that I've done, because I've added quite a lot here. And let's just start from the beginning, and we'll kind of take a look at everything. So from right here, I've added a whole bunch of trees. We've done a lot of groundwork. We've added a bunch of flowers everywhere. And what we did was with this area where it was really bare and there was nothing, also with this little area here, what I did was I just kind of built like a little forest just to kind of fool your eye to think that it's not just a plain area past it. So when you're walking down this path, you really don't even pay attention to it that much. It's just kind of like, it's just a little detail. All this also hides the fact that we have this big hole here that I don't really know what to do with and don't really want to mess with right now. So I think it works because it just kind of directs your eye forward and not really everywhere else. Now as we head on down, I've added again a lot more flowers, a lot more trees. I did the same thing up here to kind of again fool the eye to make you think you were in a forest instead of just an open plains. We've added some fences just to keep you on the path, and when you get right here, it really opens up into that lush cave. So now all we've got to do is continue this on in here. Hey buddy, you can't be in here. We're not open yet. This isn't safe for you to be in here. The path is not safe. Although that wasn't safe either. Just don't be in here. Alright, so now we've got to work on this area here. Now that this is looking good, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this path, kind of just bring it on in. I'll do some more work in here, turning all this to moss, adding a few details with the grass and the flowers. And then we're going to have to build this bridge. To be completely honest, I don't even know what kind of bridge I want to put here. I do know that I want to do like kind of one of them suspension bridges, kind of like a Indiana Jones kind of bridge. So I definitely want to kind of anchor it at 2 points on either side. 1 point there and 1 point here, and then kind of have it droop down. Because we're going to have some dangerous stuff now. Oh look, these are the most dangerous. That's a baby, fully decked out in armor. If he had a sword, oh, that's deadly. Alright, we're going to leave him alone, and I'm going to go ahead and start on this. So I'll see you right back here in just a moment. Okay, and now that we have this little cave done, I think it looks so much better now. The bridge was a little bit challenging just because I didn't realize when I was first building it. I was off by 1 block, but you know what? I was able to fix it, and you know, I think it looks pretty good. We've got a little bit of greenery down there and a little bit of light. I went with the soul lanterns mostly in here because I wanted that dark feeling as you were going through a cave. But at the same time, I did want a little bit extra light. And then I have some kind of hidden back here. Like there's a, you can't really see, but there's a light right back there. There's a little sea lantern back there. Actually, I think it's a frog light. I think I used the variant frog lights back there. And then I have them kind of scattered elsewhere. There's one hiding back there to give a little bit extra light to the waterfall. Alright, now that we've got our way into our cave and we've got our cave done, we need to work on our way out of the cave. So let's go ahead and try to finish up that little area that leads to the water right before spawn. We're not going to build the bridge today, but we are going to go ahead and finish the path. So let's jump back into the last little bit and finish this one up. Okay, well, everything seems to be done and leading right straight from, well, almost our house. I mean, close to YMG's house, all the way over to Spawn, and I think it looks pretty good for just trying to throw something together. This wood pillar is in my way, but I'm going to keep it just as a marker, just, this is the end of the path, and YMG's just got to kind of pick it up from here, and then I'll pick it up just on the other side of his base and kind of take it to my base. And yeah, so we have a path. So we'll go ahead and walk on through the path and we'll have a little talk about a few things, some of the things that I did and some things about this video. So as you can see, it really does look pretty good with the shaders. If I turn the shaders off, it still looks really nice. Like, it's just really nice. But I like to run my shaders most of the time, especially when I'm building, because it really gives me that depth of view. Like when I look down there in that cave, I wanted it to be dark. But if I turn my shaders off, it's not really that dark. So to make sure that when I'm doing my lighting and everything that I'm getting that correct atmosphere, I just run my shaders. Oh, I've walked into a flower. So yeah, this little area turned out really good. I mean, honestly, it's better than I actually hoped for. I mean, I was thinking about something like this, but this is really nice. You can kind of see a little bit over there into the savanna, but I've blocked off pretty much everything where when you're here, you just kind of feel like you're in this little forest. Now, you might notice that things might be looking a little bit smoother or they might be running a little bit better. That's just because I finally was able to do some upgrades to my PC yesterday, which included, well, quite a few things, but one of them was RAM. So my RAM has definitely been upgraded quite a bit. And it does seem like it's running a lot smoother with all the upgrades. And I'm so happy for it. So yeah, we're in here. This turned out really well. I want to add some more stuff. I think YMG was over here the other day and he was kind of suggesting maybe doing like a glass down there where the waterfall is kind of crashing down into it. To be completely honest, I'm not really that good with glass, but I do have a big glass project coming up, and this right here could be well, we'll just call it practice. So I'm definitely going to mess with that kind of off camera. And just kind of play with it and see what I can kind of come up with, because as I said, I do have a very large glass project coming up, and honestly I'm not really that good with glass and like glass effects, but you know what, there's no better time to sharpen your skills than the moment at hand, so I'm gonna take it. Also, I mean, I do have YMG, and he has done that amazing glass work over there on his rocket. I don't know if you've watched his video, but you definitely need to go check it out because it's really good, and that rocket is crazy. The glass work on that is something that just blows my mind. Like, I was flying around it the other day and looking at it, and I was just like, that is pretty cool. I also need a bed. Give me a moment. I always find myself over here using this bed, but it's like the closest one that I know for being near spawn, and I'm sure Haley doesn't mind. I just make sure that I feed her cats when I'm over there. So yeah, when you come out of the cave, you kind of enter into this one little area. And as I was over here building, I kind of noticed like this is the only area right here that has sand. And it really gave me kind of a beach vibe. So I just added the palm trees. And that's kind of what we went with here. And I think what I'm going to come back and do later is I'm probably going to clear a little bit more of this sand or this dirt out. We'll add a little bit more sand. And I might do like a little beach scene here. Maybe some of the Whimsies playing volleyball or something. I think that would look really cool. But yeah, and then when you come out, we've still got this bridge to build. I definitely want to do something that has an arch, because we do boat around every now and then, and I don't want to do anything that'll block the pathway here for the river. So we're gonna have to do like an arched bridge, but I want to design one up and make sure that it looks really nice, because it is going to be the main bridge on this side of the island, heading into spawn and into the shopping district. So it's probably going to get a lot of travel, and I want it to look nice. Now, we had talked about these episodes being a little bit different, and well, unfortunately, that means that we're almost out of time for this one. I think it's pretty much going to be like one kind of big project or like medium-sized project per episode for a little bit. I hope y'all are all right with that. It's just I am so overloaded at work that I'm really cutting like every bit of time that I have just to try and get everything done. Now, we were supposed to work on the bone block shop on this episode, but, well, and I had something else planned, and we just don't have time on this episode. But what we are going to do is we're definitely going to start working on the bone shop next episode. I think we'll go ahead and probably just go ahead and build the whole shop. We'll get everything done. Next episode, we'll be in the shopping district with the bone block shop. And yeah, that's going to be it for that one, and that's going to be it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed, and again, we'll try to get back to our regularly scheduled programming as soon as we can. But until then, stay whimsy, everyone. Bye.